everybody to the Hot Tag Hooligans Wrestling Podcast show with myself, Aaron, and Tom. It's the Christmas holidays, and what better way to celebrate the Christmas holidays with Space Jesus herself? It's Billie Starkz. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Doing well. This Sunday, December 5th, if anyone's around the Louisville, Kentucky area or the Southern Indiana type area, there's a big show going on. It's probably one of the biggest shows left of the year as far as independent wrestling goes. And what do you know? It's the 17th coming of yourself. It's Cosmic Christmas. Tell us a little bit about it.
So Cosmic Christmas is a celebration for my birthday. My birthday is actually December 8th, so it's a few days after, but it is not on the weekend, so we had to run the 5th. And I booked a bunch of my friends or people that have helped me out in wrestling. And I'm wrestling, and I'm also promoting it and booking it, so that's been stressful, but really, really fun. And I just announced the main event, which is the Rejects versus Sawyer Wreck and Killian King, which I think is going to be a great matchup. And then I'm also wrestling Effy on the show, which is a first time matchup. And the whole card is just like what I want my friends. It's my friends' dream matches that I want them to have.
Now, last year you were scheduled to have one as well, but due to COVID restrictions and things of that nature, it was canceled. So I'm very glad and very pleased that you're bringing this one back, even though some of the talent has changed. Some people were signed to other promotions and things of that nature. So there were some changes to the card. But talk to us a little bit about how important right now during this holiday season wrestling is for you.
It's literally wrestling is what makes me happy. Like, I don't like school. I do it to make my mother and my parents happy. But wrestling is my getaway. This is literally what I love being around. And it's about being around your friends and my wrestling family. And it's just glad to have everybody coming together. And I think that's the holiday spirit, as cheesy as it sounds.
So I'm dying to ask you a little bit more about you booking this card and being able to promote shows like that. So kind of tell us a little bit about some of the things that go into that and how that helps you as a performer as well to be able to see that side of the business.
I think it helped me realize a lot, like what promoters have to go through with having to handle so many talent, their travel, their pay, then also making sure that like they have a card that makes sense. Like, I don't want to start off with like a main event match and then go down and it's like, oh, I probably should have switched this around or done this. I was helping out a lot with Mouse's show, which was Fright Night, and then I also helped book some of the BSB shows. So I also had some involvement, but this is like my first time doing it mostly by myself. I would still message some of my friends and I'm like, what do you think about this? Is this just me or is everybody else gonna like this? So it was always great to see other people's ideas when I presented them with like my blush. I'm just like, here, this is my idea, help me fix it. So I feel like it also helped me as a performer, just seeing all the work promoters have to go through to book a show. It is so stressful. And I really have more respect for what promoters go through.
You know, Tom and I were talking about this today at work to a colleague of ours about your show. It's so rare to see a show that's not associated with a promotion. So we fully expect this show to just be off the walls, everyone just having a great time and having fun and putting on the best matches possible for everyone there. Is that kind of how you feel?
Oh, yes, most definitely. And like the people that I've booked so far, they're all excited about their matches. And that's what I love to hear. Because when wrestlers are excited about their matches, that's when you get the best matches and the best performance from them. So I think that's going to be great. And then I have a lot more like friends who are coming who are new to wrestling. So I love their reactions. And the last show they went to, they're like, oh my God, what's going on? And I just don't think they're prepared for the craziness that I'm running yet. So we'll see how this goes. But I think it's going to be very, very entertaining and I'm going to have a great time.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned some of the talent that's going to be on the show. Effy, you even got Dante Martin coming in as well. You've got Myron Reed. I think you're punishing Marcus with that one. But hey, it's okay. I mean, I'm excited for that matchup as well. And you mentioned Kylan King, Sawyer Rex. I'm telling everyone, this is such a loaded card. Is this something, though, that you're going to plan on doing almost every year?
Oh, so I've gotten that question a lot, and I honestly don't know. I don't think so because it is very expensive to run a wrestling show. And I got like a lot of people because they're friends, and I got the friend rate, which a lot of people were super nice about it, but like still, I feel like I was like, I could buy like a crappy car for this. Or my mom could because she's paying for it because of my birthday. So I get to not spend my own money. But like, just, I don't know how to explain this. I don't know if I will do it again, but if I do it again, I feel like I have to go bigger. And I feel like I've already started off so strong that I don't want to go down.
Now, the obviously you have to have a lot of passion for pro wrestling to not only be a performer but also to run a show. Do you see yourself obviously way down the line in your career wanting to do more of a backstage role in the future, or is that something that's more secondary and being the performer is where your true passion is at?
Honestly, my true passion is being in the ring and doing that part of wrestling. I find that so enjoyable, and that's truly what I've connected with. But if like worst came to worst and I couldn't like wrestle anymore, perform, I honestly feel like I would love to be a trainer, even though like I just feel like I would still be helping people and still being around wrestling would make me happy.
Now, this past year, since the last time we spoke with you, you have been on a tremendous roller coaster ride, even being ranked in the PWI 500 and the PWI 150, as well as being ranked in your high school class as well. I got to put that in there because Mouse made sure to throw that out there all over Twitter, and we're very proud of you for that. But is it a sense of pride that not only are your friends and family and those around you who have believed in you for so long, but now everyone in the industry is starting to believe in you as well?
I feel like I've always uh not really cared about what others think as long as I'm doing the right thing. But then when I start to see like all these people recognizing like the work I put in, it does like still spark me. Like I'm like, oh my God, I am actually doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So it's that like confirmation where I'm like, yes, okay, this is the right track. Keep doing what I'm doing so I can move up the ranks.
Yeah, I mean, for us, as podcasters, it was kind of a sense of pride to see everyone that we've had on the show this year kind of be ranked because we're pulling for everyone and we want to see everything. But we also understand what you're saying, that rankings don't mean anything. It's the career that you put forth and the work ethic that you put forth. Because let's be honest, there are some people who may still not know who Billie Starkz is. I don't know how at this point, but there may be some that may not know that, and they haven't been able to watch you perform like we have. But when you look at from young Billie who first started till now, is there something that you still feel like you need to work on?
There's so much. Like I always will say I've came a long way from where I've started. But like every day I'm like this and this and this. And like I was watching one of my matches back and you just see me cringe and nobody else sees it, but like I'll be like, that's bleh. So like there's a lot of things I'm nitpicky about. And I catch myself doing and I'm like, why would you do that? And then I also feel like I sometimes when I have to like cut a promo and like talk about one of my matchups. If it's not something I'm passionate about, I really, really can't get the other people to be passionate about. And it's not like I don't want to wrestle or I'm not excited about wrestling this opponent, but there's nothing that I can really tell a story off of that's like connecting my head. So that's something I do have to develop, and I'm working on. We were talking about it in like my theater class because I was like, this is what I want to like work on. And my teacher's like, okay, I'm gonna come up with something for you.
So when you look at your trajectory, within the next couple years, I really feel like you're going to have a whole lot of doors open for you. Do you look at things differently now than you did a couple years ago, and have your goals changed at all?
I always set like mini goals for myself. I never like hold myself to like a super high standard. I always say like something that's achievable at like the level I was at. And like it changes every single year. I'll set like a yearly goal. And so far I've been able to knock out all those goals. And I feel like as the upcoming years happen, they will get crazier and crazier. But I feel like my passion and like goals have always been the same of how I set them. And it was just like you slowly see them progress.
What were a couple of goals that you set last year that you have achieved this year so far?
So last year, I talked about wanting to be on a Mania show, which I obviously did. I was on 6, which is still crazy to me because it went from being none to so many. And like I limited myself because I was like, I do not want to like make my performances bad because I'm exhausted. And then also the Florida heat sucks. I've never wrestled somewhere so hot other than Texas, and it was right next to the border, and I was like dying. I was like, oh my God. And then another was to be part of the SCI tournament, which was very, very like important to me because I went to it when I was still taking photos, and I watched like Marco Stunt win it. Manders won it one year, and I was watching it, and I was like, this is something I want to be part of, and I was so happy to finally be part of that.
So when you look at this card on Sunday, is there a specific matchup that you're looking forward to watching the most?
Oh, I don't really know. There's so many things that I like am expecting from each one that I'm excited about, but the overall matchup that like I'm excited about the most is probably Marcus versus Myron, just because I know how badly Marcus wanted that match. But then I'm also super excited for Nick Wayne versus Ace Perry because I feel like Ace Perry is the original like Night 4 guy, which is like a term that me and like some of my friends use for like Night 4 Ebola. You're so good they have to add another night. So we were like, this is the OG Night 4 guy, and Nick Wayne's like the new one. And I feel like they're just going to put on like their best show yet. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so excited.
Yeah, I mean, Tom mentioned the card again, and let's be honest. There's like 5 matchups, or maybe 8 that you could have went with as the main event.
It's crazy. I don't know how I've got this stacked of a card, and it's literally just people I've made friends with, and people are like, oh my God, what's going on right now? And I was like, let's go.
And if you're following Billie on social media, there are still, I think, 4 more participants to be named in the Midwest Scramble.
Yes. I'm really excited about this scramble because it was like a last minute addition because I wanted more of these people who have helped me in wrestling or I find super entertaining, or a little bit of both, to just be part of my birthday show because they mean so much to me. Even if it is just a scramble, I feel like they're still going to put on a performance that will get the crowd riled up.
Yeah, I messaged Miles about a couple of days before because he had mentioned he was going to be at your show just to even watch Don't Die Miles for anyone who may not know. And I was like, "You going to be on that scramble?" He said, "No." And then next minute, boom, Miles is in the scramble. And I was just like, "Oh my gosh, this is going to be so crazy."
Wait until further announcements. It will get better and better, I promise.
Okay, for everyone who wants to know, Tom and I are not in the scramble. No, it's not happening.
You're the surprise entrance.
Hey, but you know what? Booking a show on your birthday weekend may not be the worst idea because half of the money that you perhaps are paying the talent, they may give you back as a birthday gift.
Hey, honestly, that would be amazing.
You know, it looks like it's going to be a fantastic show. I can't wait to be able to be there and observe it live. And I think about all of the indie shows that are, because I live in Evansville, Indiana, so there are shows that run here a lot, and there's just nothing that compares to what this card is, and it's just so exciting. And everybody that I know that's a wrestling fan, even if they're a casual fan, I'm like, you really need to check out this show. You're not going to find a more loaded show than this one right here, and it's not that far away. You need to go, and it's just awesome to be back to being able to go to live shows and stuff like that. Just as a fan in general, I think what you're doing is fantastic.
Thank you so much. I am really excited about how many like different people we have coming to the show. Because I've been talking to a lot of like my high school buddies that have really not been to shows very much, and like some of them are like old WWE fans, so they're like kind of understand it, or they watch a little bit of AEW. And I was like, no, you need to go to an independent show. You don't know wrestling until you find it in your area.
Yeah, one of the biggest shows I was able to go to this year, of course, was the NWA show, the Empower show, and me and my wife went up, just us two, and she actually fell in love with that show, because it was really special. It was all women. The production was really great. And then, a couple of weeks before, we went to Girl Fight, and we were able to let Quinn meet you and things of that nature. And she was just like, I just love Billie Starkz. I love girls wrestling. And she kept looking for you that night at NWA. It's like, I don't think she's here. Like, I'm pretty sure she's not here, because there were still some people that you weren't sure were going to be in. They're like scramble at the end, their scramble rumble at the end. But you are someone who is paving a way for women to get back into wrestling. And I don't know if you really fully understand that. I know the little kids, and because like I said, Quinn, which is standing here, she's going to say hi in a minute, but they fall in love with you. But it's also the older ladies as well are falling in love with you, and it's just something about your character and your work, and it's just pure. And I cannot wait, like I said, to be there at this show this weekend, because I just really believe it's going to be probably the best show I've been to in a very, very long time.
Oh, I hope it lives up to the expectations.
Yeah, don't let us down. No. Now, Effy, I'm pretty sure. Let's talk about this matchup with Effy real quick. And for everyone who has a copy of my book, Independent Road Wrestler's Journey, Billie and Effy were both in that book. So I'm very eager to see Effy live, because I've always been able to do the Zoom with him. But he is going to try to spoil this birthday celebration of yours. And if you've got a message for Effy, here's your chance.
I just hope he's ready for this fight. I made a joke on Twitter with him, or he made a joke towards me about heaven and hell this weekend. It might be a heavenly birthday party, but he's going to give me hell. But he doesn't know what I'm going to give right back.
Oh, man, I just can't wait for this show. So looking at the rest of the year, it does seem like you're still going to be busy after Cosmic Christmas. What else do you have coming up before the end of the year?
Ooh, my schedule is crazy. So this weekend, actually, before Cosmic Christmas, I am in New Jersey for Struggle Show, which I'm wrestling Masha Slamovich on, which I'm very excited about. First time ever matchup. And then that Saturday, I am in Chicago for freelance wrestling, where I'm wrestling Kayla Cassidy. And then I have a JCW coming up where I wrestle Alex Price, who I've never wrestled before, and I think he's phenomenal. And then what else do I have? Do I spoil things? I think you're gonna have to wait and see for the rest.
You don't have to spoil anything. I mean, that's, you and Masha, that's going to be fantastic.
I think it's gonna be crazy because I watch her matchups and I can see like how brutal they are, and I'm like, I can't wait to pair this up with my style.
So when you look at this next year and the bookings that you know are going to be getting, is there any places that you're hoping to be able to travel to and wrestle?
I definitely want to be part of Beyond. That's like one of my like goals. And then I would also like to just keep traveling and adding more states on. My biggest problem right now is like licensing. I can't get a license until I'm 18. So it's just a waiting game. But I would also just like to get more near the freaking West Coast. I haven't got to wrestle out there very much, and I would love to be in that area more because the crowds are amazing.
Have you been contacted about the Collective 2022 yet down in Dallas?
Ooh, I have not yet, but will I definitely be down there? Yes, I will.
Awesome. You going to go to SummerSlam? I mean, SummerSlam in Tennessee or Royal Rumble over in St. Louis?
I sadly will not, but I will definitely be watching it. Me and my family always like watch all the pay-per-views together. And sometimes we have friends over and we'll eat like a giant pizza.
Can't go wrong with pizza and wrestling, let me tell you.
It's the go-to. We have this place called Arnie's that is near us, and it's so good. We always get a meat lover's pizza with extra cheese, and it's just like to die for. And they have the little square slices. I'm like, they're adorable.
That's near you.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking for a spot on Sunday. Now tell me, where should we go on Sunday to get a good meal?
Ooh. See, I feel like always right after a wrestling shows, we either go to IHOP or Denny's because those are the only things that are open.
Can't go wrong with breakfast any time of day.
Yeah.
Anytime. Or there's always Taco Bell. Taco Bell's the love of the life.
Alex Zane just got a big sponsorship from Taco Bell, so yeah.
Taco Bell's so delicious. I just need more Fiesta potatoes. Could they just give me like a huge bowl instead of the tiny cups? That's all I ask for.
Well, I got somebody here who wants to say hi. She's anytime she's quiet, she wants to make sure she says hi. For anyone who doesn't know, Billie is absolutely Quinn's favorite, absolute favorite. So go ahead.
Hi.
Hi, Quinn. I'm excited to see you on Sunday.
Me too.
Me too.
Aw.
And for anybody who don't know, Quinn was decked out at the girl fight. She had her hair blue and everything, and Gia Miller gave her so much grief, and so did Skylar O'Ryan for being dressed like that. And I thought may have to have a tag team match.
We'll
All
beat
right.
them up.
Tell her bye.
Bye.
Bye, Quinn.
All right, Billie. Plug yourself some gear. Plug yourself on social media. Here you go.
Well, all my social media is at Billie Starkz, Billie, and then Starkz is Starkz. And if you would like to check out any of my merchandise, it's at bigstarksbrand.com.
That's right. BigStarsBrand.com. BigStarsBrand.com. Never lost.
Yes, you can also get Cosmic Christmas tickets there.
Yes, absolutely. Make sure they're $15. So if anyone is still wanting to go to a great show, again, December 5th, doors open at 4 p.m. Eastern time. The show starts at 5 p.m. Eastern time. Jeffersonville, Indiana, right across the bridge there from Louisville. Make sure you all go and check that out. Billie, thanks so much for coming on here. Cannot wait to see you on Sunday. And make sure you give Effy some hell.
Yes.
Absolutely. For everyone else out there, make sure you are doing what you need to do. Stay safe so you all can go out and support all these great men and women who are competing all across the U.S. right now. I know things are starting to get a little bit scary in some areas, so make sure you're doing what you need to do because we need professional wrestling to continue the way it's going. And for myself and Tom, we'll see y'all later in the week.